Dear students, I hope you are fine. Today we are going to discuss, already we have discussed 3 classes I have taken. First was on introduction, second one was on protected cultivation. Briefly we discussed what are the different components of protected cultivation, then we discussed the secondary culture. And today basically it is very interesting. Today we are going to start the, as per your course content, that is what is greenhouse technology. Basically, if you see our current agriculture practices, already we have discussed so many times, you know very well what the farmers are doing or anyone is doing. Normally what they are doing, already I have discussed so many times that the 3 factors are important. Broadly we can say that the selection of seed, then agronomical management you are doing, but there is no control of environment. Means our cropping cycle is based on the season. Means in winter, during winter, normally we take winter crop. During summer we take summer crop, or during rainy season we are taking, based on what I am saying, that all our selection of crop based on the environment condition available in the open field condition. Okay, so there is no control. But even though if you see, based on the crop requirement, environment condition required for any crop, that is not suitable. Means during summer, if you can see that the air temperature is very high, soil temperature is very high. Okay, what is environment management? Basically, you know very well that each crop required different environment condition. Okay, means the environment condition means temperature. In temperature we are talking about the mainly soil and air temperature, then light. In light also, what is a spectrum, duration of light, light intensity, then what is your relative humidity. So for each crop, the environment, for successfully cultivating any crop, the environment requirement is very different. Okay, so if the crop you have selected, and suppose that you have selected the tomato crop to grow in the summer condition, right? But during summer the air temperature and soil temperature is high, so light intensity is also high. So you have to reduce you have to reduce the air temperature, soil temperature, and then light intensity. Apart from that, other parameter like relative humidity you have to also take into account. So if your environment condition in which you are growing the selected crop is suitable, then you don't have to do too much modification. But if the environment is unfavorable, in such cases the environment can be artificially modified using the greenhouse technology. Basically, if you see in protected cultivation, we have discussed in detail earlier also what is the protected cultivation. Normally 2 approaches followed. First approach 1 is choose a suitable crop for the existing structure. Means suppose that you have some existing structure, so based on what is the environment condition available inside the structure, you select the crop based on your environment condition available inside the structure. And second is the first choose the crop. So I will suggest that I have already uploaded one video on what is the protected cultivation, so kindly go through that video. In approach, as I told, crop suitable for existing structure, means suppose that, means here what we are doing, that any farmers or any entrepreneurs or anyone who is growing the crop, he has the protected structure. Suppose that he has the greenhouse, maybe low cost, medium or high, or shade net structure or insect net proof net structure. So based on the environment condition inside the structure, he is selecting the crop. Okay, so this is the wrong approach. Means suppose that you want to grow tomato during summer season, but we have the greenhouse structure. So what happens, in greenhouse, the temperature during summer, the air temperature is very high. Due to a high air temperature, soil temperature is also very high, light intensity is also very high inside the structure. So if you are thinking to grow tomato in greenhouse during summer, it is possible, but you have to reduce the temperature. You have to reduce the light intensity. Suppose that you have the shade net structure, but you want to grow tomato during rainy season. So shade net is not suitable to grow the tomato during rainy season because it reduces the light intensity inside the structure. It do not protect from the rainwater, and apart from other parameters. Okay, so this is the wrong approach. So normally it is happening, what is happening, because the government of India is giving a lot of subsidy on the protected structure, farmers are constructing, we don't know what to grow. So actually, if you see the second approach is the right approach. Choose a species for its high economic potential. Means the first select the crop based on market requirement, price realization and economics. Means first select the crop which is the requirement of market, okay, and what the price you are getting, and ultimately what economics you are getting in cultivating in the any different type of structure. Suppose that you have selected tomato and you want to grow in summer, but suitable environment condition required for growing tomato during summer is not available, okay, in open field. So what you have to do, you have to reduce, as I told earlier, suppose that you want to grow tomato during summer, then you have to reduce the temperature, both soil and air temperature. You have to reduce the light intensity. For that, we can go for the temporary sediment structure. I will discuss in detail later on. Okay, based on the, just I want to inform that here we are working from last 14 years on the protected different type of plastic culture technology. Already I have discussed that the All India Coordinated Research Project on Plastic Culture Engineering and Technology is running in the Department of Agriculture Engineering. Okay, there we have worked on the low cost different type of protected structure. If you see the classification, in number 1 it is the low cost natural ventilated greenhouse. Second is the low cost multi-purpose greenhouse. So we have to classify. So in all the low cost sediment structure, low cost insect proof structure, temporary sediment structure and low cost detachable. So one by one we will discuss the different. This is the this classification I have done based on the work what we have conducted at the in the Department of Agriculture Engineering. You can see from the picture that in figure 2, left side is the low cost natural ventilated greenhouse, and figure 3 and 4 shows the shade net structure. Okay, this is the shade net structure. In one, the shade net, the color of the shade net is green, but its porosity, you can say the pore space normally represent by 25%, 50%, and fifth structure is the low cost insect proof net structure. So what we did, when we started the study at the Birsa in Department of Agriculture Engineering, basically we measured all the temperature, means the minimum temperature, maximum temperature, temperature at any time, relative humidity and light intensity throughout the year in all these 4 structure. Okay. So normally if you see in any structure, materials required for construction of protected structure, you can see the first thing is the structure. We can construct the structure from the different material, right? Like from bamboo, from pipe or from GI pipe, like that. Okay, means the first you have to construct the frame. Second is the cladding material. So based on the different type, in case of shade net, it is shade net material. In case of, for the same frame, if you change the cladding material, a structure will function in different way. Apart from that, gadget for environment control, that is most important. So what I am saying that first is the structure, second is the cladding material, third is the different gadget. Means the gadget required to cool the greenhouse, gadget required to heat the greenhouse, gadget required to control the CO2, gadget required to maintain the soil temperature, like that. So different gadget we can use in the greenhouse structure to make the environment inside the greenhouse suitable for cultivation of selected crop. Apart from that, if you see in the greenhouse, there are the different facilities required. Growing media, normally you grow in soil, but artificial media is also growing media, organic, inorganic, artificial media is there, drip irrigation is there with the fertigation facility. Apart from that, plastic mulching also normally you use in greenhouse. Apart from that, different material, planting material, so and so. Means the plastic rope with the clip for tending tomato. So what I am saying that in first part what I said that the 3 things is required: structure, cladding material and the gadget to control the environment, and second is the materials required to grow the crop. Then what is the greenhouse? It is generally covered with the transparent material such as the polythene or glass. Depending upon the cladding material and its transparency, major fraction of sunlight is absorbed by the crops and other objects. Basically what is happening in greenhouse structure, all the short wave that is coming from the natural sunlight is coming, it is absorbed after passing through your cladding material, here plastic film in case of greenhouse or glass material, it is absorbed by the crop or any material inside the greenhouse. After that what happens, the soil and all the planting material absorb the short wave and then it emit infrared radiation, and normally we have the plastic film or glass has such property. We have given some such chemicals inside the cladding material that your long wave infrared do not come out from that cladding material. So what happens? Due to this, solar energy is trapped and raises the temperature inside the greenhouse. Means in short, we can say that in any structure where the temperature is more than the open field condition due to greenhouse effect. So due to greenhouse effect, the temperature inside your greenhouse is always more than the open field condition. You can see here the solar radiation is coming and the infrared radiation is not coming out from that. So here in this cladding material, we have given such, it is manufactured in such a way, it has such a property that it will not allow infrared radiation to come out from the greenhouse. Due to this reason, the air temperature inside the greenhouse is more than the open field condition. Apart from that, there is confinement effect is also there. Means because we close the greenhouse structure from all the sides, so there is no mixing of convection, mixing of air from inside outside. So due to both the reason, as I told, that short wave is coming and long wave that is going, long wave infrared that is not coming from the greenhouse, and second is the confinement. So due to these two reasons, greenhouse effect occurs inside the greenhouse, and due to this reason, the air temperature inside the greenhouse will be always more than your open field air temperature. Before coming to the different protected structure, as we discussed, classify the different greenhouse, just I would like to say points to economists, how you are representing the crop productivity. Normally what you are saying, normally we used to say that in ton per hectare. Normally yield is reported in ton per, but it is not true picture for price realization. For example, if you can see that in winter, yield of tomato is roughly, just for calculation I have taken 40 ton per hectare, but the selling price roughly, suppose I have taken 5 rupees, so price realization is rupees 2 lakh per hectare. But if the same crop tomato is grown in the rainy season, even though the yield is 20 ton, what I am saying that in winter the productivity was 40 ton, but yield in rainy season, suppose that you have got only 20 ton, but your price realization, selling price is more. Suppose that I have taken 30 to 60 rupees per kg, so your price realization is 6 lakhs to 12 lakhs. So what I am saying that if you give the only figure of productivity in ton per hectare, means suppose that you are giving 40 ton, then you have to mention during winter. Normally what you do, normally this is the practice, in winter you got, but that is misleading. So if you give in this way, means the rupees per hectare. Apart from that, you can see in the greenhouses, normally in open field, the crop duration depends upon your economical practices, crop variety, and other so many factors. But in greenhouses, normally crop duration is 7 to 9 months, okay? And yield is normally, you can get, depending upon how you are managing your greenhouse, 160 to 180 ton per hectare. In India, we have reported, as already I have told, that outside it is reported in case of tomato 500 ton per hectare. So what I am proposing that it should be rupees per hectare per unit duration. Means if you give in this way, then it will remove the price and duration variability. So normally if you are giving the ton per hectare, there you are not getting the actual picture. As I told, the first structure we will discuss is the low cost natural ventilated greenhouse. What is the greenhouse? You have already discussed. As I told, the three things is required. Structure. So here you can use, normally you are using bamboo here. Cladding materials, you are using UV stabilized plastic film 200 micron and insect proof net material. And for environment control, temperature is regulated by natural ventilation. So later on we will discuss what is the ventilation, natural ventilation. Okay, so maintaining the temperature. Okay. This is you can say top view, side view and front view of the greenhouse. The width of the greenhouse is 6 meter, length is 12 meter, center height is 3 meter and side height is 2 meter. This is the isometric view, and in figure 9 you can say pictorial view of this is a greenhouse. You can see that what is the environment condition in open field. From this table 1 you can see that during winter I will classify the total 12 months in 3 seasons: winter, summer, rainy. And from mid-October to mid-February I have taken winter. Like that, for summer and rainy season I have classified. Okay. You can see during winter your temperatures vary. At this temperature at Kake, varies from 0 to 27 degrees C. But light is 30 to 55 kilolux and relativity between 50 to 85%. But so you can see that the temperature is reducing, going up to 0. But in summer you can see that your temperature, so in winter the low temperature is problem, but during summer two parameters are problem. One is the temperature is go very high, so you can see that during summer the temperature go up to 40. So higher temperature, maximum temperature is problem, and light intensity also you can see from this table, that is also very high. Okay, how I am saying the high and low, this is based on the environment requirement for the cultivation of tomato and capsicum. You can see from this table, to successfully grow tomato or capsicum, you can see from this table, normally the temperature required is 10 to, you can say 10 to 30 for both the crop, and light intensity required is 40 to 60, and your RH is between 55 to 70, you can say. So based on the environment required to grow the tomato and capsicum, if you compare with the open field environment, you can see that during winter the low temperature is going below 10 degree. Okay, light intensity is more or less okay, but if you're going to summer season, your maximum temperature is going above the 30. Okay, already I have shown in last table, table 1, and your light intensity is also going more than the 60 kilolux. Okay, so this is the, so here in table 3 you can see I have compared the open field environment with the environment we got inside the low cost natural ventilated greenhouse. You can see during winter from mid October to mid February the soil and air temperature is low, as already because the air temperature is low, so soil temperature is also low. And you can see in greenhouse, due to greenhouse effect, the soil and air temperature increases based on your types of greenhouse and how what is its heights, what is volume, and how it is how it is airtight. As I told that in all the greenhouse, the air temperature inside the greenhouse will be always more than the open field condition. So normally greenhouse, from where it has come greenhouse? Basically it has come from the cold country, European country, okay, some from Israel also, and mainly from the cold country. Basically greenhouse technology only for the cold country, because in cold country it is very difficult. Cold country means where the air and soil temperature is very low. So you require the protection from the low air and low soil temperature. For that greenhouse technology has been developed. So you can see that during winter it is very beneficial to, if you compare this table, keeping the temperature environment required for tomato and capsicum, then you can see that due to greenhouse effect, the minimum soil air temperature increase inside your greenhouse. But you can see that during summer what is happening? During summer you can see that in open field your soil, air and light intensity is high. But what is happening inside the greenhouse? Because due to greenhouse effect, as I told that in open field temperature is up to 40. So what is happening? Inside the greenhouse temperatures go up to 50. Okay, but if you compare the temperature required for tomato and capsicum, we require temperature up to 30, but your temperature is going up to 50. So during summer it is very difficult. So what you have to do? We have to reduce the temperature. So you can see from this table that what is happening during summer, your air temperature, maximum temperature is high, and soil and both are temperature is high. And already I told you that light intensity is also very high during summer. You can also see that in open field there is no control of RH, CO2, insect and rainfall. But here inside in the greenhouse we can control the RH, we can control the CO2, and there is insect protection, and it also protect from the rainfall. Then what is the advantages of greenhouse? Any crop can be grown down the year regardless of the open field condition, depending upon the type of control. As I told, depending upon the type of control, because as I told you that during summer, during winter and rainy season is perfect, but during summer the temperatures go very high. So, but if you have the cooling system, proper control system, so we can reduce the temperature, we can grow any crop around the year. Apart from that, we can take the off-season cultivation because this technology has come, because in open field your environment is not suitable. Due to greenhouse the environment is suitable, so you can grow off-season crop inside the your polyhouse. Normally the productivity, because due to conducive your environment, the productivity and the suitable economical management and environment management, your productivity and quality inside the crop you grow is better than your open field condition. Apart from that, you can grow nursery around the year, and there apart from there are many other advantages are there. But apart from the advantage, there are many challenges are also there, means there are some disadvantages also there. Construction operation cost is very high, means the construction means the which type of greenhouse you are talking, low cost, medium cost and high cost. And based on the gadget required to control the environment, your operational cost will depend, okay. Apart from that, regular supply, power supply is also required, because if you are using the cooling system or heating system, then certainly the power supply. If you are not using power supply, then you can nowadays, depending upon your solar light availability, you can also use the, nowadays people are using, okay, solar energy to run your greenhouses. Apart from that, very little work has been done, because see, if you see in India, throughout the India, different climatic zone is there, okay. And each zone, in Gujarat the environment condition is different, and in Kashmir it is different, and in Himachal it is different, in Jharkhand it is different. So we need different type of design for each, we need suitable kind of design for each environmental condition. Apart from that, there are so many things are there. Variety is also important. Already I have discussed that in case of tomato we use indeterminate variety, but very few variety indeterminate variety is developed in India. So developing the variety suitable to grow inside the crop, inside the greenhouse is also very important. So what is the conclusion? It can be effectively utilized for crop cultivation and nursery raising during July to mid-February. What I am saying that I am talking about the low cost. As I told, if you have all the gadget to control the high temperature during summer or light intensity, you can grow round the year. But I am talking about the low cost, so effectively during July to mid-Feb, means that during rainy and winter season, we can utilize. But what we have done, we have proposed that due to high soil and air temperature and light intensity, what we have proposed that we are using that high temperature for solar drying and soil solarization. We have developed low cost multi-purpose greenhouse. So the same greenhouse I have told, that low cost natural ventilated greenhouse, we have used during summer for drying purpose. You can see from the picture that from mid-Feb to June utilized for drying and soil solarization. In drying also, that the same structure can be, one of the student has done his MTech, her MTech from the on the low cost multi-purpose greenhouse. She dried on tomato. So what I am saying that, as I told you, that due to high temperature we can harness, but there are various factors that affect the drying. In this course we will later on the other teacher will discuss with you, but briefly I can say the temperature, relative humidity, air velocity inside the structure, depending on which type of crop you are talking, what is the surface, exposed surface area. So different factors affect your drying rate. So as I told, this is natural ventilated greenhouse. So in that also you can use active system also, means if you use the fan or chimney, you can move the air velocity faster. So what will happen? That will increase your drying rate. So what I am saying that the same structure, why you have given multi-purpose, means the same structure, low cost natural ventilated, you can utilize. Normally you will see the people are constructing greenhouse solar dryer for drying, only for the summer, during summer season. Okay, but what I am saying that the same structure we have used for cultivation or nursery growing, you can use the same structure for drying or soil solarization. What is soil solarization? Already I have discussed. You can see that this is the photograph, open field dried tomato without blanch. WB means the without blanch. Okay, and the open field dried tomato. So drying later on I will cover separately in detail. What is drying? So you can see that it can be effectively utilized for cultivation, vegetable or nursery raising during June to mid-Feb. Okay, so what I am saying that in this what we have done, why we are saying that multi-purpose greenhouse, means the same structure is utilized for cultivation or nursery raising, and you are taking the advantage of, in place of reducing the temperature to grow the crop, what you are doing, you are taking the advantage of high temperature, because as I told, due to high air temperature, your soil temperature is also very high, light intensity also very high. To reduce the temperature, it required a lot of energy, right? Controlling device is required. But in low cost, that facility is not there. Okay. So what you are doing, you are using that energy, that high temperature, for drying of a culture produce. Okay. Now we'll discuss what is the low cost sediment structure. During summer, as I told you, during summer season, your temperature means soil and air and light intensity is very high. So as I told you, if you recall that, we have discussed that in open field, your air temperature is high, due to that soil temperature also high and light intensity also high. So in greenhouse it is very difficult to do the cultivation. So we can do cultivation, we can do, as I told, you can do cultivation in the greenhouse, but you have to reduce the temperature, you have to reduce the light intensity. So but for during summer we have developed, as I shown the photograph, we have cultivated tomato in low cost sediment structure. As I told, there is not much difference. In case of greenhouse, we are using the cladding material plastic film, but here are using the sediment material. In market, different type of shades, different types of care should be taken on selection of shade. Means the different shade percentage there, 25%, 50%. So based on your crop requirement, you are thinking to grow inside the shade nets, we have to select that shade net requirement, and then shade percentage, and apart from that, color is also there. So color is different, green, red, yellow, white, different type color shade net material is there, because color will affect your spectrum. We can see the same table here. You can see that in open field, as I already told to you, that you can see that during winter season your minimum temperature is low and air temperature is low, okay, but intensity and spectrum is natural, okay. But here you can see that during winter season what is happening, there is no effect, because normally people are thinking that I came to know that so many farmers and so many people used to say me that they say the greenhouse they say the shade net structure as a greenhouse, because the color of the shade net structure means the color of cladding material is green, so they think this is greenhouse. But that is totally a misconception and wrong. So what I am saying, that what is happening, you can see the inside the structure, there is no benefit on the because here the greenhouse effect is not happening, so there is no benefit of the soil and air temperature. So there is no use, you can, because as I told, the air temperature during winter is going below the 10, so we cannot enhance the temperature inside the shade net structure. But what is happening, your light intensity is decreasing. If you compare the table already I presented, that during winter the light intensity in open field is perfect, in greenhouse is perfect. But when you are using the shade net structure, due to shade, you know that whenever the light comes, the three things happens: light reflect, transmit and pass. So based on your shade percentage and color, it will affect your intensity inside and spectrum also. Based on color, the spectrum the plant is getting, that will change. So you can see the spectrum is modified inside the structure. But what I am saying, that you can see that during summer what is happening, it is reducing the maximum temperature, so soil temperature also, and it is also reducing the light intensity, because it is cutting the light, okay. So normally you are using the shade net structure to reduce the light intensity, cut the light, okay. And apart from that, because we also reduce it depending upon your color and the shade net, shade percentage, temperature will also normally reduce inside your shade net structure. But the problem with the permanent shade net structure is that based on, because as I told you that during rainy season or during winter season, light intensity will be very low in comparison to open field. So based on the environment condition inside the shade net structure, you have to select the crop. As I told you that to grow the tomato or capsicum, only during summer we can use this structure to grow some tomato or capsicum. So now, based on this work, what we suggested, that we have constructed the temporary shade net structure. What is temporary shade net structure? We can see from this picture that this is a temporary structure only used during summer period, from mid-Feb to June. Why temporary? As I told you that in permanent structure you have, because in the rainy season you are not getting protection from rain. Apart from you are not getting protection from the rain, light intensity also very low inside the structure. In winter also same problem occurs. So what I am saying, that what we propose, we have conducted research on this. we have proposed that there is no need to construct the permanent sediment structure for cultivation of tomato capsicum. So you can see some picture that during summer, as I told you, the air temperature is high, so soil temperature is also high, and light intensity is also very high. So we can use the permanent sediment structure to cultivate the tomato capsicum during summer. But what about the other month? So we have to cultivate crop based on environment condition during rainy and winter season. So suppose that someone is interested to grow tomato or capsicum only during summer. So what you suggested that we constructed the temporary sediment structure. You can see that what is happening during summer, the sun scald problem is there. Due to localized, it is a food disorder caused by high localized food temperature and exposure to direct sunlight. Tissue temperature by 10 degrees C more. So due to high air temperature, due to localized light intensity coming on the fruit, you can see there is the burning of your fruit. But right side you can see the right side is the tomato from this temporary sediment structure. So what I am saying that because you are constructing this temporary sediment structure only for 4 months, only during summer. Okay, so you can see from this table that average income inside, if a farmer is doing open field, average income is 1,50,000, but if he is using temporary sediment structure, he is getting 3,75,000. So what I am saying that because due to, if you grow in open field, sunburn is there, okay, so marketability will also not good. So what we are doing here, you are using here plastic mulch, okay, plastic mulch to reduce the silver black plastic mulch. So that is reducing your soil temperature, and apart from that you are using temporary, only after that you are folding that temporary, you are removing that material. Again in next summer you use that temporary sediment structure for cultivation of tomato and capsicum. We can see here, because you can see that the construction cost of this temporary sediment structure is rupees 50 to 55 rupees per square meter. But if you go the low cost sediment structure, it is up to 300 meters square. But commercially the company, the GI pipe structure is go up to 600 rupees per square meter. So you can see the cost is coming is only 55 rupees. So because here only during summer they can temporarily construct their sediment structure. They will use the drip fertigation system to irrigate the crop. They will the plastic mulch to reduce the soil temperature, and using the temporary sediment structure to reduce the light intensity, soil temperature, air temperature also. I will suggest that kindly go through the YouTube video already I have uploaded, low cost temporary sediment structure. There also you will get a lot of information. Apart from that, low cost insect proof net structure is there. The name suggests the normally construct, as I told you, the same structure we have used for low cost greenhouse for sediment structure. Same, if you will cover that material with the insect net proof material, it will work as a insect proof net structure. Okay, but we have to, because different type mesh size material is available in the market. The picture I have, normally we are using 40 mesh. What is mesh? Mesh means 40 mesh means number of mesh in per square inch, means 1 inch by 1 inch. If it is 40 mesh, the number of mesh will be your 40. Okay, but because if you go the lower mesh size, lower means the number of mesh will be, if you suppose that 50 mesh set net is there, insect proof net material is there. In 50 mesh what will happen? The mesh size means the whole size will be small. So the circulation of air and will be very low. But if you go to 30 mesh, so what I am saying that based on your crop requirement, which insect you want to protect, normally you select the insect proof net material. But you have to take this point in mind that you have to also think about apart from the insect you are excluding, you have to also think about what is the environment you are getting inside, because it will change the temperature, relative humidity, air velocity inside your structure. You can see from this table, I have compared with the open field and what the environment we got inside the insect proof net structure. In winter normally it is not effective as your greenhouse, but normally temperature increases inside your insect net proof structure. But during summer, more or less you can say there is not much increase in the temperature. Okay, here also you can see, but the problem is that there is no control of RH, no control of CO2, no control of rainfall. We can control the insect as I told you. So what I'm saying that, but no, we can use this structure for round the year, but you are not getting as much benefit as a greenhouse structure during winter. So what I'm saying that we can use based on your crop requirement, we can also use, but in comparison to other structure, greenhouse, in winter the temperature do not increase as much in greenhouse, but during summer also the advantage that here the inside temperature do not go as high as in greenhouse structure. So as I told you that it is very suitable. We can suppose that you have to do trade up between your what you are getting in comparison to other structure. If you compare all the three structure, your poly house, your shade net structure and your insect net structure, then you can see that some structure are suitable for some month, some structure are suitable for some month. But okay, so based on all these works, we have developed low cost detachable roof greenhouse. As I told you that in greenhouse during winter or rainy season it is very perfect, but during summer season I suggested that we can go for drying or soil solarization. In case of shade net structure, if you are growing tomato capsicum, normally in vegetables we take tomato capsicum, okay, apart from cucumber and some flower crop you take in greenhouse structure. But what I am saying that during summer, as I told, it is very, you have to reduce the temperature to grow the crop inside the greenhouse. But in case of shade net, what is happening during rainy season and during winter season, it is very difficult to cultivate because it reduces the light intensity is below requirements. So what happens? It affects your photosynthesis, right? And so plant will grow, but due to your biological activity is disturbed, so fruiting will start, but the fruit will not grow. Okay, so based on all the three property of the insect net, shade net and your poly house, we have developed low cost detachable roof greenhouse. What is low cost detachable roof greenhouse? We can say in the same structure what you are using the whole structure is covered with the insect proof net, 40 mesh insect proof net material. Okay, all the whole structure except the top. On top, what you are doing? On top, during winter or rainy season, what you are using? UV stabilized film you are using for greenhouse. And during summer, because this is, as the name suggests, it is detachable, means you can see in picture, this plastic film is fixed with the aluminum profile and gripper. Within half an hour we can remove this film. So during winter and during rainy season, on top the plastic film will be there, and when the summer comes, we will remove that film and fix this film with the shade net material. Okay, so what is the conclusion? You can see that during minimum temperature inside the structure was 2 to 7 degree more than the open field during winter. As I told, the poly house is much better. Greenhouse, your poly house or greenhouse or glass house is much better. But as I told you, during summer it is very difficult. So what we have done? We have done some trade up. So we have developed this new structure with using the same structure without using any cooling facility. Effectively we can use this structure for round the year to grow the crop, tomato or capsicum or growing nursery. So you can see that it reduces the air temperature inside the structure is 2 to 7 degree more than the open field condition. Okay, but during summer also it reduces the temperature. But in case of poly house, as we have discussed, that your temperatures go more than 10 degree in comparison to open field. Okay, but here you can see that you are not getting temperature up to 30, but as I told you that in the open field temperature is up to 40. In open field it is up to 40. So inside the structure, depending upon your different condition, height, so many things, it reduces the temperature. Apart from the temperature, it is very important to keep in mind that during summer the temperature is not only problem. Apart from the temperature, light intensity is also major problem. Already I have discussed in detail. So because you are using the cladding material, shade net material to clad during summer. So apart from the reducing the temperature, it is also reducing your light intensity. As I told you, during summer to grow the crop, we have to reduce the air temperature, soil temperature and light intensity also. I will suggest kindly go through the YouTube video I have uploaded, low cost detachable roof greenhouse. So we will get detailed information from this structure. So dear student, today is the first class, this is the lecture number 4, but we have started the course. It is very interesting course. I would like to inform you that this is the summary of what you are learning in your 4-year degree program here. So it is very interesting course. I will suggest try to be interactive. If you have any question, already I have discussed so many times, and sometime as I told you that we will discuss online on Google Meet, that if you have any question, and as I told you that you can give the comment. Okay, so take care. Okay, and go through the material seriously. If you have any question, I will be happy to help you. This course is, as I would like to inform you, this is very interesting course, and keep in mind that in coming time this is the technology that is going to implemented at the farmers field or any enterprise. Okay, and this is very profitable if you do properly. Thank you very much.